Hi, everybody. We're talking about part two of being genuine. In your files, it's simply called genuine. Um, so, being genuine, and we're talking about a part of being genuine called listen for the truth. And listen for the truth has a lot of different aspects to it, 8 or 10, something like that, at the very least, just as an overview. There's more to this class if you have me come out and speak to you in person, for example, or do some coaching by phone or coaching by email or coaching in person. Those things are all available to you. So, okay, so let's get started with the first one of these many parts about listening for the truth. First one is called listen sharply. What do I mean by sharply? It means listen intricately. Listen for the most minute things that are going on. Now, there is a danger that listening for the minute things means that you might miss something that is big, that's obvious, that's right in front of your face that you're not looking for. So, listening sharply, minutely, intricately does not imply forgetting to look at the big picture. There might be something really obvious going on that most anybody can see. You know, person looks down at the floor, and I'm using very, very obvious things, of course, looks down at the floor, or they start to make a big comment and their voice changes a lot, or they don't look you in the eye when it's a situation that you think they could be or should be, and it's culturally appropriate and all those things. So obviously look for the big overview picture. And also, though, to improve your skill from what you probably already have is to look very intricately at what they're saying. Try to be ever increasingly attentive to when someone is speaking to you. Excuse me. And these situations, as I've said many times in this class, we don't use this stuff every moment of every day. It would drive you nuts. Just do it when it's appropriate. Do it when it's a situation where you really need a lot of information. You're negotiating, or you're trying to accomplish something really important, or your granddaughter has come to you and said, Grandpa, I got to talk to you. Something really important. So, of course, you're welcome to use it anytime you want, but my feeling is I don't use this in every single moment of every day. So, what do I mean again by intricate, minute? Obviously, minute means the very, very smallest details of something. So, what are they doing with their hands? Are they putting them in their pocket in a certain way? Not just are they putting them in their pocket? Do they look at you in a certain way? Do they speak in a certain way? Do you notice a pattern change throughout a few sentences? Like they start out being really clear and concise, and then they somehow shift just a little bit. Minute means a little bit, not a lot. Um, and that's important if you want to help serve that person. If you're about service in the world, how do you help them? How do you see things from their point of view? I'll give you an example. I have oftentimes been a person who's disadvantaged and not enough income and all that stuff. I don't make a secret about that stuff. So sometimes people have befriended me, with lots of stuff, food or books or clothing or money, um, Now, that's all a two-way street, so I have to be very appreciative, and I am. And the way they do it, though, when someone is being really nice to me, they do it in a way that doesn't demean me, doesn't make me look like I'm anything less than someone else. I'm trying to think of a really good example. A good example is when someone kind of gives me something, but the way they went about doing it made me look good in the world. You know, they don't go around telling other people I gave them this because it's so poor or something. They gave it to me because, you know, they wanted to help me out, or because they honored me, or because they thought I was doing good work in the world, and stuff like that. So really seeing something from someone else's point of view does a ton of things. As I've said many times, it gives you lots of information about how to communicate with them. If you need to negotiate with them later, you present things from a point of view that's closer to their own point of view. Usually you increase the probability that they are going to come on board with whatever you're talking about, generally speaking. Not always, nothing's always. In this class, just take what you like and leave the rest. There's some people out there that are born contrarians, and as soon as it looks like you're doing something, they want it to be different. I'm sometimes one of those people, so I know all about being a contrarian. So yeah, that's enough about being, listening sharply, intricately, minutely. Okay, so we'll be going on to the next step of this part called listening for the truth. And the next step is listening for factual information. Kind of like what we called in the other class, facts of the matter. So we'll work on that in a few minutes. See you in a few minutes.